Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be the monthly reading. It's a general reading for the month of August 2018. And this is for all of the signs. For the reading, I will be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck by Jennifer Galasso for the main 10-card spread. If I need to pull clarifiers, I'm going to use a new deck that I got and I'm very excited about. It's the Zillich Tarot. It's very pretty. It's sort of watercolors. It's by Christine Zillich. Hope you can see that. Sorry for the glare. So if I do need clarifiers, I'll be using those. And the Oracle cards, I'll use the Soulful Woman Guidance card deck by Shushann Movessian, and also the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards by Denise, Linn. As I always say, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, you can take a look at the contact information in the description box below this video. But just briefly, you can use the INSTANTGO app. If you want to download the app and search me up on there, it's Changing Phases Tarot. You can email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com or take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com, where you will find pricing as well as the types of readings that I offer. Also, I would suggest that besides watching your sun sign video, it's a good idea to watch your moon and rising sign. That way, if some of the messages in one of the videos maybe they don't resonate as well this month, in the others they might, or by using all three together, you'll have a sort of more complete overview of what's coming up for you during this time period. And it's interesting how a lot of times the messages kind of overlap. A lot of the cards repeat in the different readings. So I would suggest doing that as well. All right, well, I will stop for now and see each of the signs in 1 second for the shuffle. Hi, Taurus. Hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your general reading for August 2018. As you can see, I have already shuffled off camera and laid the spread just to really save a little bit of time. I also pulled clarifiers on a couple of the cards, so I'll get to those as we move through the reading. Okay, so at the center of your reading, you have the Queen of Cups, and she is crossed by the Nine of Pentacles. And I definitely see, sort of speaking in general terms, it seems as though there is a concern regarding finances this month, but it does look as though you are moving out of, more difficult energy into more positive energy, possibly with news coming in, an increase in your finances. So, the Queen of Cups at the center, it could be an actual person who is playing an important role in what's going on in your life this month. If so, this would typically be an older water sign individual, male or female. In these general readings, it's not gender specific, but she's usually, it will be an older person since, this is more mature energy, right? Suit of Cups deals with our emotions. It deals with feelings, relationships. And the Queen of Cups is also a very intuitive person. She's somebody who, she listens to her heart. She listens to her intuition, very psychic. So again, if this is a person, it would typically be an older water sign person, so Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. If this isn't an actual person, then this could just be, the energy surrounding you, or even you taking on the energy of this Queen of Cups. And she is somebody who, she's a very loving individual. She's very caring. She's also good at, if she's happy, you'll know it. If she's unhappy, you'll also know it. So she's good at expressing her emotions. But she's very, very caring, very sort of open, and very intuitive. Now, with it being crossed by the Nine of Pentacles, this is a very independent energy, right? The Nine of Pentacles speaks of, of having, sort of materialistically speaking, having everything that you have always wanted in your life, sort of having created that life that you really envisioned for yourself. Because the Suit of Pentacles, it's the tangible things. There's the things here in the material realm that we can touch and feel. It has to do with, the work that we do, the money that we earn. It's financial prosperity. It has to do with our home, our family, education, knowledge, just our resources. And, you can see that the woman on the card, she's looking very, very content. She has this beautiful garden. There's this, the proud peacock next to her. She also has this beautiful tiger. The trees are very lush and laden with fruit. So she's worked hard to get to this Nine of Pentacles, but it's a very independent energy. So, we'll see as we move through the reading, but it looks as though, there might be this Queen of Cups who could be assisting, might be kind of assisting in whatever this Nine of Pentacles is in achieving this financial stability and abundance. This could just be, the energy that you're taking on, dealing with things, in a more kind of emotional way, using your intuition more, being more open, more loving. But, this is what's crossing you, so a help or hindrance. This is definitely, a very positive card to have sitting at the center of the reading. Now, in the foundation, you have the Five of Pentacles, which, it's a difficult energy. And so I did pull clarifiers on this card. So more Pentacles energy, right? But the fives in the tarot, this Five of Pentacles in particular, has to do with a feeling of lack, right? And the woman on the card, she's sort of sitting out in the cold. She's there with her child. And so it's, it's a card of feeling as though, you're lacking in terms of resources. Maybe money has been difficult, a feeling of not having enough, financially speaking. But, on the card, the woman does have her child. She does have this, this love and support of her family there, of her child. And so it's about focusing on what you do have instead of focusing on the negative, which is what she doesn't have, financially speaking. And the cards that came out as clarifiers on the Five of Pentacles, which is why I say that it does seem as though things are moving forward for you. And, and whatever this negative energy surrounding, your concerns about, money, not having enough to pay the bills or to make ends meet. We have the Eight of Wands, followed by the Ace of Swords and the Four of Discs, which in this particular deck, the Eight of Wands is called swiftness. And then we have the Ace of Swords, which, aces are very positive. They're cards of victory, especially this Ace of Swords. And then the Four of Discs in this deck, it's called power. And it doesn't have really that sort of more negative, the more negative connotation of being that miser. It doesn't really have that as much in this deck. So, swiftness coming in, possibly news coming in with the Eight of Wands. And this is about taking quick, decisive action, news coming in quite quickly. And again, with the Ace of Swords, as this is clarity, victory. We have the laurel of victory here. We have the sword of truth. So there's a, new beginning. It's a card of new things beginning, but very, in a very victorious type of, whatever this new thing is, it's bringing in victory. And it's, more solid, energy with this Four of Discs, because 4 in the tarot, 4 is the number of stability. We have the Four of Wands. I know I haven't gotten there yet, as your overall energy. So, and it's, bringing in more stability and power and structure as far as the finance goes. So, I see this as, there could have been a concern with regards to, lack of finances, but there's news coming in. There's a new beginning and clarity, news on a, regarding possibly a new job offer or, something to do with your finances. It's going to bring greater stability. And it's also kind of echoed or repeated here with the energy that you have in the recent past, which is the Nine of Swords. Again, not a great card, which is why I pull clarifiers on it. Because the Nine of Swords, or the Suit of Swords, deals with it's our thoughts. It's this, it's the suit of the intellect, of the mind. It's the suit where we come up with our ideas. It's also how we communicate those ideas to other people. But it is just, it's thoughts, and especially this Nine of Swords. This is that card of, negative thinking, that repetitive kind of obsessive, going over and over and over something in your mind. It's sometimes referred to as the nightmare card, because, there's something that has been keeping you up at night, that you've been, worrying about a lot, possibly to do with this lack of finances. And so I did pull clarifiers, and the cards that came out, we have the Three of Swords, right, which in this deck is just called Sorrow, followed by the Queen of Swords, and the Nine of Discs, which is the Nine of Pentacles, which is the same card. So a repeater card is the same card that's at the center of the reading. And in this deck, it's called Gain. So again, this, similar messages coming through, where there might have been some type of disappointment with this Three of Swords, because, yes, the Three of Swords can speak of, in a love reading, it's betrayal, it can be heartache, cheating, that type of thing. But in general, the Three of Swords, it speaks of some type of disappointment, so if this is disappointment in the job sector, this could be, you've tried out for a job, you tried out for a raise, promotion, you didn't get it. So there's sorrow, there's some type of sadness, disappointment surrounding that. But again, it's in your, it is swords. So it's thoughts, it's feeling, or thinking that, oh, this didn't work out for me. You're feeling sad about that. But then the Queen of Swords comes into, yes, this could be a person, but I feel it's more just, energy sort of surrounding what's going on here with this, with whatever this disappointment was. And the Queen of Swords is very much about using, she kind of cuts through everything. She cuts through the BS, right? She sees things for what they really are. She has her her sword of truth here. And we do have this, the Ace of Swords down here, which is also the sword of truth. And she's, she's very clear. She's a clear thinker. She's good at, it's sort of really seeing things for what they are. So there could have been a situation where, yes, there was some type of sorrow, but then, something happened. There was clarity. You figured out how to move out of that, or what to do, or how to get out of this Three of Swords mentality. And then there's gain. Again, the Nine of Discs appearing here. And it is a card of, yes, it's of material gain, but it's also sort of gain in all areas of your life, gain of resources, gain of good health, of feeling, just an overall general feeling of feeling good. But there is gain here. So, and these two cards, yes, this is, foundation, so deep past, recent past. So I feel that, this is energy that you might have experienced. It might have been difficult, but you are moving out of that now. And the rest of the reading really does support, this new, very exciting energy and an improvement in your finances, because we have crowning your reading the Three of Wands. This is Suit of Wands, deals with creativity, creative endeavors, projects. It's also, the work that we do. It's our own drive, determination, ambition, excitement, fire, passion for the things that we do. And the Three of Wands is a card of sort of waiting to see, well, now what? So it's you've made this choice, you've put a lot of effort into something, this could have been either a change in direction here, to get out of this negative, or improve your finances. Maybe you made a decision, you sort of went off in a new direction, and now you're saying, okay, well, what am I going to, when am I going to start seeing some type of return on investment? When are things going to start improving for me? When am I finally going to get out of this, living paycheck to paycheck, or not having enough money, feeling as though, things are lacking materialistically speaking. So it is a card of, and threes in the tarot are, they're very expansive energy. And the Three of Wands is this sort of endless opportunities coming in. And this, sometimes the man, well, it doesn't show it in this particular deck, but sometimes this card shows a man, and he's standing up on a cliff looking out to sea, waiting to see literally when his ships are coming in. So when is he going to start, reaping the rewards? It can have to do with, something to do with being by the sea, or looking out to sea. So overseas, this could be an opportunity, or news coming in from overseas. But in general, the Three of Wands is, what am I going to get after all of the time and the hard effort and the work that I've put into something? When am I going to start seeing some type of return on that? You have in the near future, in the Page of Cups. Yes, again, this could be an actual person, and if so, it would typically be a younger water sign individual, because the page in the tarot, they're very immature, young, immature energy. So it could even be a child of yours. It could be just somebody, sort of late teens, early 20s. But I usually view the pages more as, just energies, situations, events, especially as pages, they're bearers of news. So this is news, or bringing in news of something. And you can see that what this page has, she has this beautiful chalice, right? And so this could be news of, it could be a new relationship. Sometimes the Page of Cups brings in news of pregnancy, news of, the birth of a child. It can be, news of this new relationship, sort of the beginning phases of that relationship. If it's not to do with, relationships, it can be just news of a new offer, this brand new offer that's going to bring you great joy, that's going to make you very happy, right? Again, feelings, emotions. So this new offering, this news of this new, whatever this new thing is, it's going to bring you great joy. It could be something that, that really fulfills you emotionally. This could be something that you've been hoping for, which is why there's just sort of this, overall feeling of joy with this Page of Cups. Now, you in the reading appear as the Six of Wands, which again is another card of success, right? The Six of Wands, more fire energy. We have the Three of Wands here with this very expansive energy. So, the message from your higher self, what's crowning your reading, is this expansive, these opportunities coming in, and waiting to see sort of, yes, I've done all of this, and now what, kind of, is what you're waiting for. And you appear as this Six of Wands, which is victory. This is the card where, the man, he's been off to battle, he's come back, you see that he has the lion there, that's, very courageous. The lion has the laurel, this wreath around his neck, again, victory. And he was able to defeat, he was able to win at whatever this battle was. He's carrying in one hand, he has, the wand, this sort of fiery energy, but he also is carrying this, the crystal ball. So he has this vision, he has this great insight into something, but it's victorious. This is very successful energy, right? The Six of Wands is you feeling very victorious. It could have to do with, again, these new opportunities, this new offer. You're feeling good about this. This is something that you've wanted. You might have wanted this for quite a while now, and now it's, it's actually happening. Now, surrounding you in your environment, or, how others are seeing you, you have the Hierophant, Major Arcana number 5. And the Hierophant can speak of some type of counsel, as he appears there as this sort of religious leader figure. This can be you seeking out some type of guidance, can be spiritual guidance, doesn't necessarily have to be. But the Hierophant is also about, he's linked to, these large institutions, these big structured institutions. Because if we think about, the Hierophant as this religious figure, as head of this, sort of traditional religion or religious institution, it's all about the following. It's following the ceremonies. The ceremony has the different steps that you have to follow. So it's about doing things, by the book, doing things in a very structured, very organized manner. It can have to do with, other large institutions, such as dealing with, like the government, dealing with the court systems, dealing with universities, schools, things like that. Anything that sort of follows that has this sort of hierarchy that follows norms. Again, could be you seeking out the guidance Could be financial guidance. It could be, spiritual guidance. Could be actually like a guidance counselor, getting advice on, on classes. If you're looking to register for classes, getting that type of assistance. This can be going to an actual counselor, seeking out some psychological help, or, it can be any type of guidance, but that's what you have sort of surrounding you. So there might be a need for guidance, or getting a few ideas even to do with whatever this new thing is. But, it's not a bad thing. I mean, it's like a positive, you turning to somebody else to get some advice here. Now with the Sun, your hopes and fears, you have Major Arcana, the Sun. And you actually have 3 Major Arcanas in a row here, more towards, the latter part of the month. We have the Hierophant, the Sun, and then the outbound energy is the Star. Okay, so Major Arcana number 17. So you have the Sun and the Star. So, as far as your hopes and fears, you are hoping for, everything to work out. And with the Sun in this position, I mean, this is a beautiful energy. It can have to do with, your family, children. You see that obviously the woman, she's holding her child. So there could be, again, for some of you listening, there could be this news coming in, could be the birth of a child, news of a pregnancy. For others, this is just you hoping for everything to go, to go well, to go according to plan, because the sun comes in to shine its light on a situation. It's very positive energy out of the entire deck. I would say it's the most positive card. So you're hoping for things to work out. And this is an overall feeling of, everything going well, everything being right in the world. There's sort of financial abundance, there's spiritual abundance, there's physical, just an overall feeling of well-being with the Sun card. So it's also a very positive card. And then with the Star as the outbound energy, the Star is wish fulfillment. This is wishing upon a star. It's also a card of healing. The Star card can also speak of needing to keep a positive, attitude, sort of trusting in the fact that things will work out, having that hope, right? Having that optimistic outlook, having the hope that things will work out. Even if things have been a little tricky for you, everything is working out. And I see that, there's growth here, and there are new opportunities coming in, and this is just wish fulfillment. So, obviously, this is going to be different for everybody watching, whatever your wish is. For some of you, this is news of a birth or a pregnancy. For others, this Page of Cups could be bringing in, news of a new job. This could be, news of a new business opportunity that's going to increase, again, with the 9 of Pentacles, it's going to increase your finances. You're going to see a boost in your finances with the Star card. And then we have as the overall energy for the entire month, the card that was at the bottom of the deck, we have the 4 of Wands. And, this is a beautiful card. This is also a card of success, of celebration. This can be, or it can speak of marriage. It can speak of, celebrating, sort of taking things to the next level, whatever that means for you. So maybe if you've been dating somebody, this is moving in together. If you've been dating for a while, maybe now you're getting engaged. If you've been engaged, maybe you're getting married. But this is, it's the happy home and family card. It's a very stable, it's another 4, so stable energy. And, it can deal with your home, your family, but in general, it's a very positive card. It's a card of celebration, right? Another card of, of good news, good things coming in, and overall, sort of success. And with the 6 of Wands, you appearing as the 6 of Wands, you have 9 of Pentacles sitting at the center of your reading. So this very stable, independent financial energy there. And then wish fulfillment, everything going sort of the way that you hope that it will go as you head out of the month. I would say that, yes, that there has been, or there might Maybe you have experienced this, the difficult energy of the Five of Pentacles, and you've been worried about it with the Nine of Swords, but there's definite progression here. And, I think as you head out of August, it's going to be quite a significant change that's coming in for you. Now, the two cards that you have, the two oracle cards from the Sacred Traveler deck, you have stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. And I feel that. I feel that, you're now, heading into this new phase. So I think the stepping into power, and we'll take a look at the actual meaning I'll read you the meaning from the guidebook in 1 second. And from the Soulful Woman deck, we have card number 12, Creative Cocooning. Creative cocooning is a freedom I give myself. I create a safe nest for peace, healing, and calm. So let me find these two in the guidebooks. Beginning with the stepping into power, because I think that this definitely ties in with the reading here. It says, take back your power. Stand in your own light. Even if your burden seems heavy, it makes you stronger. If you've been standing on the sidelines or acquiescing to the needs of others, this card is letting you know it's time to stand up for yourself. The challenges you have faced are making you stronger. You no longer need to live your life for others, yet if you choose, your light can illuminate the path for those who walk beside you. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know, the greatest power is silent and deep. It doesn't need a show of force, it just is. If you've lost or given away your authority to someone or something else, it's time to reclaim it. If you're afraid of standing in your truth because you're afraid of being judged, shunned, or rejected, it's time to let go of your hesitation. If you've been carrying responsibilities for others, you're stronger for it. However, it's time to decide to either let them go or continue forward with them, but on your terms. You have a remarkable inner spiritual power that is born of sacred love, wisdom, and grace. And I do feel that, you do have this, again, with this 4 of discs down here, clarifying, right? Power. I think you are definitely stepping into your power. I know this might not have been very easy, what you've been through, right? And but you made it through, and you've put in a lot of hard work, and now you're starting to, I believe you're going to start seeing and reaping, the benefits of all of the hard work that you have put into something, either this new job, this new creative endeavor, new relationship. I mean, this is a general reading, so it's going to play out differently for everybody. Let's take a look at card number 12. So the Creative Cocooning looking at the star card, the Creative Cocooning card, it says, taking quiet time for myself to rest, dream, and reflect on my life is a deep pleasure I give myself. As a cocoon, I become a safe nest for myself, a nourishing space of inner calm and peace. Slowly and magically, new thoughts and ideas begin to hatch like tiny eggs of light. I hear things I have never heard before. The universe is talking to me, and I am listening, listening, listening. When I am in my creative cocoon, I remember that my true life is a soul journey. My soul knows nothing of ego agendas, but moves to experience life in all its wonder and beauty. After cocooning, I feel whole and happy. I feel reconnected to the flow of life, and am restored, regenerated, and inspired. I am ready for my next step. And definitely, as you head out of the month, you're ready for your next step. You are stepping out. Look, she's stepping out here, right? You've had this healing. You've gone through this cocooning phase. It's been difficult, but, while you've been going through this creative cocooning, possibly, you have been listening. You have grown. There has been, a great deal of growth for you. And now you're ready. Now you're stepping out. You're stronger than you were before, and you're ready to embark upon this brand new, whatever this brand new phase is for you, this new opportunity. So looks like a good month for you. So I do hope that the messages have helped you. Look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of August. Bye for now.